So, recently, a few people have asked me about Kinghorn. See, that's Kinghorn Beach in the background there, looks stunning. But that aside, I thought to myself, you know what, I've not been to Kinghorn in 3 years. A lot's changed since then. Better camera, more HD, drones, things like that. And Kinghorn's probably changed. So I thought, you know what, Fife is my bread and butter, so I need to get back there. So Kinghorn, show me what you got. Peace.
I'll turn on the camera, test my microphone, I'm firing up the podcast, sound waves coming to your home. Gingerman with a cam is here to make your day. Gingerman with a cam, would like to hear you say today.
What an incredible start to my day in Kinghorn. Look at this. I always forget there's this little glorious beach in Kinghorn with Petticoat Bay just looking over it. And there's a bunch of folk over here with white helmets and high-vis vests on in a big massive group. I don't want to intrude, but I'm curious. Honestly, it looks like the glorious sunny Barbados-esque morning, but it's freezing cold. Right, let's go and investigate Kinghorn again. Here's me right there. As we can see, this is a Fife Coastal Path board. I know all about the Fife Coastal Path. It's starting to get busy now. I think it's about 10 o'clock. Right, Kinghorn Heritage Trail. We like this. So we've got Petticoat Harbour, which I think this is where I'm at right now. What left of the harbour. Petticoat was granted to the borough of Kinghorn by James V in 1541. The original pier was further north around the bay and was completely destroyed by a storm in 1625. We've just had Storm Babette. The present pier was completed in 1759. It was used by small vessels and ferries to Leith and New Haven. Frequently, dignitaries of church and state crossed over here on their way to St Andrews. The old capstan, which is dated 1813, still occupies its place in the pier head and was used to pull vessels alongside. I don't know what a lot of that means, but this is a good sign. We're learning about the bottle works. This seems new. See, this is why you have to come back, because I don't think this heritage trail was here last time. Here's the harbour today. There we go. This is a nice spot. These are new. These have been put together by what looks like the Fife Coast and Countryside Trust. New toilets unlocked. Well, actually they're locked again because it's closed as the wait emergency repairs to be carried out, but I like it. Unisex toilets, Kinghorn Petticoat Bay. It's easy for me to say. Tell you what, there's some beautiful, beautiful houses along this street, and I tell you what, the payoff is on days like today, when it really just opens up the view across the Forth to Edinburgh. It's pretty spectacular. Alexander the Third Street's still the longest street name I've seen. I'm pretty sure of it anyway. We've got this building up here which I don't remember seeing last time. I don't know what it is. If it's the library or is it the Black Rock Cafe? There's only one way to find out. Right, okay, so the Black Rock Cafe is part of like the community centre. See, I don't remember looking at this building last time. That's a cracker. Lovely clock. Stunning architecture. Wow, it's a bench. Good use of this bench table thing, I like it. Now this is, to me it looks like it's all part of the community as well. It's a community run and led. And if it is, this is an absolute special and incredible spot to be coming. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And it's very accessible as well. So I like this. Thumbs up to this place. Kinghorn Parish Church, and there's a service going on right now, but I can't just go wandering in with my GoPro. I don't think the people nor God would approve, but I can stand down here and reflect with the war memorial here. This is a lovely one. I remember this last time because now every time I come through Kinghorn I notice it. There's Tornado Bagel. I'm sure that was a cupcake shop last time. Tornado Bagel. The Kinghorn Chip Shop. I don't know if it's open, but I've been meaning to try this place because it looks so inviting. You come and get your chips and then you head down to the water and eat your fish and chips. I've not done that in ages. I'm going to put that on my list of things to do. Anyway, I love these Tudor-like buildings as you come down here. It's a beautiful feature of Kinghorn. There's the old house. There we go, there's a Fife Coastal Path sign. And on the Heritage Trail, this is the first sign. The Tron. The Tron is the point where the Nethergate and the Southover Gate meet. The Tron is the customary place in old Scottish towns where a market would be held. Permission could be given for those out of town to sell goods. Standard measures were used to check for fair trading. Provost Hamilton built an imposing house at the Tron in 1714. That's that bit I just walked up with the chippy, I think. Like many old buildings, it fell into serious disrepair and was demolished in the 1960s. Look at that, they've got the big fancy old church here as well. I forgot about that too. Forgot about everything here. It's been a while. I could go on then, tag. Already, look, ancient graves here, 1700s. I think, for me, this is like the pinnacle of Kinghorn at this wee bit here. Because the other bit's got possibly a nicer beach, I guess, but here it's just the buildings around it. It creates a beautiful effect, and this here church, although from this angle and with this fence here, it's not doing it total justice. I guess it just creates an atmosphere, a feeling. if it wasn't for St Monans, this would most definitely be the closest church to the Forth in terms of the water. But St Monans is basically right on the water, so it takes that title. Unlucky Kinghorn. It really is a pleasure walking along here. On a morning like this, it is dreamy and perfect. And oh, this is actually the Fife Coast and Countryside Trust Coastal Office. Would you look at that? I used the public toilets. All good. It says it's got a platinum award, but it doesn't smell like a platinum award this morning. This is interesting that this is the office to the Fife Coastal guys, because I don't have a pin badge for completing the Fife Coast. I have one for the Pilgrim's Way, but I don't have a Fife Coast one, so if anyone knows how I get it, I'd be forever grateful, because I would like one. Oh Christ. Whilst I climb up the hill, I'm going to distract myself by thanking my patron legends, because if it wasn't for you guys, I probably wouldn't have the leg strength to get up this hill. So thank you. Your names are coming down the screen now, and I'm losing my breath, so I'll see you at the top. Thanks. Peace. Oh, also, you can join my Patreon in the link below. Peace. So I'm walking in the direction of Burn Island because I don't want to walk back to the car the way I came, so I'm coming a different way. We found a heritage trail sign. What we got here. So, oh, that tells you the whole walk. Actually, we could have done that, which takes you up round the loch. Kinghorn Lock is a beautiful haven for swans, ducks and other birds. The loch is home to canoeists, dinghy sailors, open water swimmers, radio controlled yachts and fishermen. Wait a minute, radio controlled fishermen? Huh. Many of the trails through the woods built by Craig and Calt Trust are disabled access and especially suitable for families with buggies. Visit the loch and enjoy the walks, the views and the tranquility of the area, or spend a while in the birdhide to try and spot the resident kingfisher or woodpecker. I think I should go there to finish this episode just to show you. The golf course up there. Now, if my memory serves me right, there's a wee coastal path further along here that weaves you and winds you down to the beach, I think. So, I was just reading there, Kinghorn has a population of 2,900. That's half the population of West Calder, where it was a couple of weeks ago. And I mention this because West Calder is claiming to be a village, and I'm saying I'm having none of it. I'm saying it's a bona fide town, because this is a town, right? Or is Kinghorn a village? It's confusing. If you keep going along this way, not the train track, on the road, you'll come to Burnt Island. Now this little bit of road is famous because that's where Alexander III famously died. Apparently, coming home drunk on his horse. I don't know if he was coming home. I don't know where he was going. Does anyone know where he was going? Anyway, the point is he died along there. It does have that sense, like obviously I can see the bridges and I live right next to the bridges, so you know I'm definitely not on holiday. But if you're not from here, this place has an absolute holiday feel, especially with the Petticoat Bay caravan park looking over the water. You've got two beaches. Yeah, definitely. This is such a strange little walk bit. One minute you're looking over the Forth, you know, feeling like you're on your holidays. Next minute you're in some back alleys in what feels like a housing estate. But don't be afraid, because we're back at the original beach now. Look at this guy. This is getting pretty busy now. I think this is my cue to head off to the loch. You can see this sign, Inchkeith Island out there. That's what we're looking out to. I didn't even know, but look at this. It's got a fancy lighthouse on it. And an observation post, possibly from the wars, yeah, military fortifications. This really is a hub for history. Right across the coastline and inwards, which is where I'm heading now, into the loch. I'm back where I started, so let's wave bye-bye to the water and let's go and see inland Kinghorn. So, if you come to Kinghorn and you get sick of having salty lips like I've just done, and you want to come inland and see some trees and a loch, then Kinghorn has a loch for you. Look at this, what a contrast from where we've just been. So this is Craig and Calt Farm. I think it's just one of those days where everything, doesn't matter where I am, is going to look incredible. This is a jam-packed board. The kissing trees, there's kissing trees. I thought it was like you kiss at the trees, but it looks like the trees of them are kissing. Sea Colony. Seafield Tower. I didn't see the tower. We've seen the harbour. We've seen the beach. We're at the farm, and that's Burnt Island. That's a whole different story, Burnt Island. Oh, that's fearless. They're fearless. It's the thing about ducks, or they're absolutely the ballsiest of birds. The lock that you see before you is a geological youngster. It was formed between 15,000 and 13,000 years ago, at the very end of the last ice age. Just a baby, eh? At 13,000 years old. Just a baby. Aye, it puts it all into perspective though, doesn't it? Our time, our own individual time. It's just like a beep, that's it, boop. You're in and you're out. There's a wee farm shop here. Oh, this is just perfect. Big grey swan. Big swan. Wee swan. It's there if you're in the local area and you need some fresh carrots and totties. Farm shop, easy. This is a lot more what I prefer, being in the woods. You know, I love the coast, and when I done the Fife coastal route, I have an absolute affection. Even just walking around Kinghorn there today, memories flooding back. But my peaceful place, this is it, the woodlands. I'll go check out the bird hide. Seems like a good place to go and hang out. I was going to go check out the bird hide, but there's a guy just chilling there, so I said I'll just let him chill. Don't want to go spoiling his moment of reflection with me and my GoPro. Just walking up this bit, it feels really green and as if autumn hasn't touched it yet. This is nice. Gone through all the seasons today. Bench. I don't know, if I keep walking in this direction I'll eventually find myself on top of the bin in Burnt Island. I'm here now. How do I get back on the farm trail to go round? I don't know if there is. There's the bin there. There's someone on the bin eating crisps. What crisps he eating? The hula hoops. He's eating hula hoops. Classic. Do you know, I've been gallivanting all over Scotland recently, up and down, up mountains, everything, and to come back to Fife today, it's really grounding and just really enjoyable. I feel happy to be here amongst the farmlands of Scotland. This is what it's all about. Rural life, but you're not so rural that you're in the middle of nowhere, because Edinburgh's just over the water, 30-minute train, bing, you're in the capital of Scotland. But right now we're out here with the cattle. The meaning of the name Kinghorn in Gaelic is the head of the marsh. So there you go. I think this is the marsh up here that I've just been walking through. But aye, there's quite a fascinating story of history running through Kinghorn, dating all the way back, let me see here, to 1286. A historic royal borough. There's a royal castle. It was frequently visited by the Scottish court in the period of the House of Dunkeld. Listen to this. In October 1589, the minister of Kinghorn Parish, John Scrimgeour, was chosen by King James VI to accompany him on a voyage to meet his bride, Anne of Denmark, in Norway. That sounds like a lad's weekend away he got asked on. And he was the head of the parish. He was probably conflicted, but he eventually was like, you know what, I'm going on this trip. I don't know how he got on. I wonder if he managed to find his bride, and what sort of mad tales and stories they got up to. Like in another wee world. Eggs. £2.50. I need eggs. Cheeky Raven is pecking eggs. Box will remain closed until further notice. Cheeky Raven is... Oh, a raven is stealing the eggs. So the box is closed, so there's no eggs. Oh. If you come to Kinghorn, this is the bit you got to come to and just have a walk around here. This is special. I think one of the most notable changes in Kinghorn's history was the opening of the railway in 1846, because, as I said earlier, this opened links north, but more importantly south to Edinburgh. And then later the railway bridge opening, just next to where I stay, then completing that link right over to Edinburgh. Kinghorn is on the map. And just like that, I'm back at my car. That was a pleasant little woodland loop next to the loch, and if you're feeling a bit adventurous, you can take it all the way to the bin from here. Ultimately, this is my day in Kinghorn finished, complete. I've had an amazing morning. The weather has completed what I would say has been an amazing adventure around Kinghorn. A place I've been thinking of revisiting, and a couple of people messaged me about Kinghorn specifically, and I thought, that's a strange coincidence. I got to go back. And I did, and I had a great time, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Well, it was a lovely to see you. It's the end of the show. Bring on tomorrow. Where shall we go? Where shall we go? Good night to the Gingerman. One last ice cream for the bearded man. Pistachio